guys, it's Jen back with another makeup tutorial, and today we're doing a look with the Too Faced Alamode Eyes palette, and we're working with peaches and blues. If you'd like to see how I did this look, please keep watching, and please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Eye area with my MAC Fast Response Eye Cream. That'll help to fill in any fine lines and wrinkles underneath my eye before I put on my concealer and my foundation. Then I'm going in with my e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer. And this is purple in tone because it's skin brightening. And that'll also get my face ready for my foundation application. Tattoo foundation and a very damp beauty blender. Because it's summertime and it's really hot here, I don't really want super heavy coverage today, just enough to even out my skin tone. So I'm going to apply it with a very damp beauty blender to sheer it out some because this foundation can be quite heavy. Like if you put it on with a brush, you're going to get super good coverage. But I want something a little bit lighter because it is pretty warm outside. And I do have a blemish, so I will show you guys how to conceal that. But I'm going to take a little bit of extra foundation and stipple over that for now to give it a little more coverage before I go in and conceal it. Make sure that you take your foundation down your neck. Okay, next I'm going to take my Graftobian High Def Glamour Cream Corrector Palette, and I'm going to go in with a clean spatula, and I'm going to take out a little bit of this green color to go over the top of this blemish that I have. I'm also going to go ahead and take this salmon color concealer to go underneath my under eye area to kind of brighten the area. And I'm going to be using my Sigma F70 concealer brush. I'm just going to swirl it around in the green, and where the blemish is, I'm just going to pat lightly over it. And the green is going to neutralize the red. And I'm just blending the edges out with this brush. Now you notice that I'm tapping. If you wipe away the brush, you're going to wipe away the product. So next I'm just going to take my pinky finger and I'm just going to stipple over the top of that. And that's going to conceal the redness. Then I'm going to go back in with a little bit of my foundation and the tip of my beauty blender. I'll make sure that it's a little damp, not too wet. And I'm stippling right back over top of that and blending out my edges. And it's gone. The important thing when you're concealing something is just to make sure that once you put the product on and you're going to blend, that you're not wiping the product away. You're just using your finger and you're kind of stippling over it. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with that salmon color under eye corrector, and I'm just going to go underneath my eye in a triangle shape, all the way up into the corner where I have darkness. And again, I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender, and I'm going to blend that up. Don't have a beauty blender, you can just take your finger and gently push the product into your skin. And I always say use your pinky or your ring finger because usually those are going to be your weaker fingers, so you won't be able to wipe the product away as much. And I'm just very gently going under the eye with that. I like to start the concealer corrector in a triangle shape. That way when you put your blending fingers to work, you can blend upwards and you're not going to get too much product underneath the eye that's going to settle and into any fine lines. Alright, I'm going to take a little translucent powder and I'm just going to set underneath my eyes and press the product in. Next I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Primer Potion and I'm going to prime both of my eyelids. This will help your eyeshadows stick better. Okay, I'm taking my Sigma E65 brush in the color Jardine. I'm going to be taking this color, and this is like a peach shade. I'm going to be patting that over my lower lid. Peach shades look really good on almost every skin tone. They particularly look good on people that have blue eyes. Just going to keep that just below the crease on both eyes. Next I'm taking my Sigma E36 blending brush in Côte d'Azur, I guess that's how you say that. And we're just going to take this in our crease. I'm actually going to start it at the bottom to give myself a little bit of an angled shape on the corner here. Going to bring my eye up a little bit. If you have a hard time doing that, you can do the tape trick. But if you just start at the bottom and you go up where the bottom of your lash line starts, you can kind of get an idea of where you want that angle to start. And I'm just bringing that midway in. Now I'm going to go in with the Naked Basics, and these are all matte shadows. I never like to do all shimmer on my eyeshadows looks when I'm doing a look. Matte shadows help to give it a little bit more depth and dimension. Sometimes whenever things are really shimmery, you don't get that depth. So I'm going to go in with the color Faint, which is this matte dark brown here. And the same brush, I did wipe the brush off so that I don't stain my color with another color. Tap off the excess, and I'm just going to deepen and go a little bit higher with this color on my crease. And just depends on what look I'm going for. Sometimes I do my foundation first and sometimes I do it after. This isn't a particularly heavy smoky eye or anything, so I'm not going to have a ton of fallout, so I just decided to do my foundation first. Alright, we're going to go back to the Alamode palette. And I'm going to go in with a fluffy blending brush. And we're going to go in with the color Classic. And we're going to take this along our brow bone and we're going to help to blend and soften this line out a little bit. That's a pretty color. And I'm just kind of going over top of this line and softening it out. Now I saw on somebody's blog, I don't remember whose, that Too Faced was coming out with more palettes like these. I think it was Country and Rock and Roll. There are pictures of it online, so if you want to take a look at that, but it looks like it's something that I'm going to have, especially the Country palette. Seems to have more neutral tones than the Rock and Roll, but they're both really pretty. Okay, next I'm gonna line my upper lash line. I'm using a Real Techniques fine eyeliner brush and MAC Black Track gel liner. I'm just going to do a fine line of liner on the top. Probably flick the ends out a little bit. Starting in the center, getting a little bit thicker as I work my way out. And I like this brush. You see how it's got a little angle? When you're going in and you're trying to do a flick on the corner, makes it a little bit easier. So I'm just going to take that to the end, and I'm just going to do a little flick on the corner. If you haven't tried the Real Techniques brushes, I've got quite a few and I do like them. I especially like the fine liner brush. You're working with gel liners. Okay, next I'm going in with my L'Oreal Voluminous eyeliner, and I'm going to line my upper waterline. And I like to do that because it gives you the appearance of fuller lashes. If you don't have any of your natural skin color showing through on the top, it looks like all of your lashes are full and even growing across the top. Alright, next I'm going to line my lower lash line. I'm using the Mally Eye Color Starlight Waterproof Liner, and this is the color Brazen Blue. And I'm going to use this as a base to go back over with my blue eyeshadow in the palette. And blue and peach works really well together. So I'm just going to line my waterline and my lower lash line. Color Delamer in a small angled brush. This is a Sonia Kashuk. I think I got this one from Target. And I'm going to go right over top that blue, and I'm going to smudge it just underneath. You can see that blue and the peach works really well together. And this is a way to wear blue on your eyes. I think really at any age, blue against eyeballs or the whites of your eyes really helps to brighten up your eye. Even if your eyes aren't bright white anymore, it really helps to make them pop. And I think this is a very wearable way of doing a blue. Butterfly by L'Oreal for mascara. Okay, next we're going to pencil in the brows with my Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I believe this is in medium ash. Alright, next I'm going to do just a little bit of highlighting and contouring. This is by Mally. It's Shimmer, Shape, and Go, and this is the kit in lighter. I just got these a couple of days ago and I've been playing around. I'm going to do a review for them coming up soon. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what they look like for now. I think they're pretty beginner friendly. I don't like that they're so big because I feel like if you have a small face and you're trying to contour, this is pretty big. But they are pretty easy to blend, so I'm just going to do a little bit of contouring on my cheekbone, my chin. Like I said, they're so big, like trying to go down the side of your nose and contouring, they're pretty wide for that. And then it actually comes with a blush too, so I might use that. This is the highlighter. I'm going to go just above where I did that contour to put a little bit of shimmer on my cheekbone, a little down the center of my nose, a little bit on my chin, a little bit on my forehead. And you can take your finger and blend that in, but I'm going to go in with my Beauty Blender and soften everything. It's pretty easy to blend. I think I like them. I don't know that I would put them in my kit for jobs, but I think for home use it's pretty quick and pretty user-friendly. But for me, on jobs, I don't think that I would include it in my kit. And I think there was another color. I think it comes in lighter or darker. But I mean, it's pretty easy to blend, and I do think it gives a nice shimmer on the cheek. And go in with the blusher that it gives you. It's kind of a peachy tone. So I'm just gonna run that just right on my cheekbone. And I'm just gonna blend that in with my Beauty Blender. So the formula itself is pretty creamy. I don't know, I feel like they're gonna dry out for some reason, but I haven't had them long enough to know. It feels like the more product that you get on top of it, the drier it gets. Finish this look off, I'm gonna go in with the Bite Beauty lip pencils, and this is the color Corvina, and this is kind of like a pinky coral color. Corals are really, really in, and I do like these. They twist up from the bottom and you don't have to sharpen them that way. Now it is a very soft, silky formula, so if you left them in your purse, in your car for even 5 minutes, I think they would probably melt on you. They've been upstairs in my makeup room just overnight, and I think it was like 75 in here today, and they're very, very soft, so I had to actually put them in the fridge. So don't keep them in a hot car or a hot room. But they go on really, really smooth.